from. So hello everyone. Great to see you guys. I'm Coach Nikki. I am here in Lake Tahoe, and today we are talking about how to make sustainable lifestyle and health changes to create your strongest you. And this is something that I know that we talk often about, and I'm going to kind of go over some of the supplements that I think are like little life hacks. But in general, we're going to talk about how to think big and how to think small, starting kind of with the end in mind. You've probably heard that before in business and in life. And then the next, we're going to talk about health hacks. I talked about that a couple weeks ago, but go over some of the health hacks that we can do to really change your body, to change little things inside you to make a stronger you. And then we're going to talk about creating the journey that takes you to your destination, not necessarily putting everything into the destination. So if you're just logging on, please take a second to type in where you're calling in from. If you're watching this on replay, if you have something to share with our community, I always go back and read the comments. It's really important to me that I'm speaking in a way that's helpful to you. I know it's helpful to me. I love putting these together. It helps me just kind of get back on track if anything is off, and just gets me inspired for even just this day, which is really important. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first thing I wanted to talk about is thinking big and thinking small. So if you're thinking about sustainable changes, sustainable lifestyle habits, and ways that you can create a stronger you, it is important to think about what you want at the end. So I just went down last week to see my grandma. She is on hospice, and it really is heartbreaking, yes, when we lose somebody that we really love, but also it's an incredible opportunity to really sit with somebody who's at the very end of their life and look at, like, what do you want at the end of your life? And when you get to sit with somebody that you love, really looking without judgment, but looking at what they did well, what maybe if you were in their shoes, what you could have done better. And it really helped me, and I know my sisters as well, is looking at what we can do to create that end to be something without regret, to be something that where we feel connected to other people. So if you can take a second, if you have a pen and a piece of paper, or maybe your journal, is just start, like, just write down, starting with the end in mind. And when we're looking at thinking big and then thinking small, the big is, what's the big picture? Why are you put on this earth? And what are some of the things that are really important to you? And then from there, at at that big picture, we can work our way into the little teeny small things that we can do every single day to get ourselves to that end, or to the big picture. So when I'm looking at my grandma's life, the things that she's done really well is she's always loved all of her family. She's loved us. She's loved like always had open door policy. No one ever has to knock on the door. We've always been and known that we were very, very loved. So she is incredibly loved, and she has a sense of community. She's also been very spiritual her whole life. She is actually really looking forward to the idea of going to heaven, and she's had a really strong spiritual connection, and that she also has always done like crossword puzzles, and she was a teacher. So those are the things that when I was looking at her, I was like, so she's used her mind. So even though now she's 91 and she has like the, I guess, mid stages of Alzheimer's, but she spent her whole life really encouraging new like thought patterns through like crossword puzzles and reading and things like that. The things that I saw that I would want to have different in my life is that she was pretty sedentary her whole life, and she didn't eat really healthy. So even though I mean, she went through phases of her life where she was overweight. She's not overweight now, but that healthy lifestyle, food, exercise are things that she didn't do. And so when you're looking at like the end of life or what you want, maybe thinking about some of these pieces that will help your brain stay healthy, that helps your body stay healthy, and then make sure that you're surrounded with really good people. So when we think about big and small, what is your big why? Why were you put on this earth, and what is it, or like thinking about the end in mind, like what do you want at the end of your life? And then from there, what do you want today? And what are some of the small things, like the sustainable changes that we can make to have a better life, a more joyful life, a more connected life? When we're thinking about like those small changes, that is one of the biggest ways to make it sustainable, is when you don't say, okay, I'm going to go on a diet and I'm going to kick all carbohydrates out, or I'm going to go on a diet and I'm never going to eat sugar again. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that. So instead of making these huge, lofty, life changing, right now goals, start really, really small with little things that you can do that move you in a direction of your bigger goal, of your end game, of what you really want in life. Okay, next is little health hacks. So if you joined me a couple weeks ago, I talked about health hacks. I always, for me, because my life is really busy, probably like yours, and I need little teeny things that I can do repetitively that make a big difference in my lifestyle and in my health to make a stronger me. So I just listed a few. Again, I'm really thinking a lot about my grandma, because I was thinking a ton about like your mind and your brain, and how important it is that our brain, I think we don't give brain health enough like attention in life, because really your brain is everything. It's, if you're not sleeping enough, if you're not eating right, our brain is not functioning well, we feel foggy, we feel depressed, we feel all of these things. So if we're starting with health hacks, I wanted to start with vitamins, because I do really, of course food is like number one, but I wanted to start with vitamins and thinking about, if it's a little health hack, can you just take your vitamins every day? And if so, what vitamins would those be? And of course, you have to talk to your healthcare providers. I wanted to share just a few vitamins that I take uh, at different times throughout the year. But when I think about my health hacks, and supplements is one of the first things that I know that I can do no matter how busy I am. So when I think about my vitamins, I think about my brain, I think about my energy, so like my mitochondria, my how energetic my body is, and then I think about my immune system, because if we get sick, if our immune system is weak, we have a really hard time thriving, being healthy, and being the strongest version of us. So for energy, I always make sure that I take my vitamin Bs. So make sure that I have a good vitamin B, and then vitamin D. So vitamin D kind of helps all along the way. It helps energy, it helps your brain, and it helps your immune system. I do think you should get your blood drawn, and we have something really exciting coming up for, we're going to launch it at the Kaya retreat. So I want you to come. It's our wellness retreat in Lake Tahoe. Just let me know if you're interested. You can come one day, or you can come for the 3 days. But my sister Amy, who's a physician, we are launching something really special to help you understand the inside of your body. So definitely come to retreat, or let me know if you're interested in this. But it is important to see where you are with your vitamin B, with your vitamin D, with all of like your inflammation and things like that. But in general, you can feel safe, as long as, again, you check with your own healthcare provider, that you take a good multivitamin that has these essential vitamins in them. So I've always, for a lot of years, taken Compliment. If you go on my Coach Nikki Warren Facebook page, I think we have a 20% discount. I I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I really do like the essential vitamins that are in complement. They're really good in vitamin B's, omegas, vitamin K, all that good stuff. So take one good multivitamin, but when you're thinking about your energy, make sure that you have your vitamin B. Okay. Then when you're thinking about your brain and your brain health, a lot of your food,
I
a
just
lot.
did.
Oh, sorry,
All
Deb.
right.
I think you have to mute yourself.
Uh-huh. Hey, honey. I'm sorry, I forgot to
Sorry.
wake you up.
Wait, sorry,
I
Deb.
went to yoga this morning.
Sorry,
Yeah,
you
that's
guys.
why.
Okay. Sorry, you guys. Okay, I'm back. So when you are thinking about your brain health, one of the number one things to think about is your omegas. So you can eat your omegas in like chia seed, flax, walnuts, all that good stuff. But I still like to take an omega. I take the Aura, and it is the head and heart. So it's got plant-based omegas. It's got the DHA from algae, and about like 500 milligrams of omegas is great. So when you're thinking about brain health, one like little hack is, are you getting enough omegas? From there, your immune system. Now, everybody probably has their own way when you start feeling a little run down. So if you're not getting enough sleep, it's summer. So sometimes we're up really late and we're up really early and we're not getting that quality sleep. So you can, or you're around somebody who's sick, or you're heading into the winter season, all of those things, but kind of have like in your back pocket what you do as far as supplements to build your immune system. So for me, I've always, I think for 30 years, taken wellness if I start feeling down. So wellness, this is like the liquid, but it's got echinacea, it's got all kinds of like elderberry, all kinds of great stuff in it. I don't take it year round. I just take it if I start feeling down. But wellness has been something that my whole family has relied on for a lot of time, for a lot of years. And then silver is also known for immune support. Do your own research on silver, because if you take too much, there can be side effects, and it is important that you really do your own research on the silver. But those are kind of my two go-tos if I start feeling down. In general, if I like am just building my immune system. Oh, also grapefruit seed extract when I'm traveling. And one of the biggest things that I can't forget is probiotics, because if you have a healthy gut, then you will have a really healthy immune system. A healthy gut helps with everything. It helps with weight loss. It helps you lose visceral fat. It helps your brain. It helps your energy, but it also really helps your immune system. So doing a pre and probiotic is really important, especially if you are like traveling or you're not eating really on purpose. That is one of the supplements that I take most year round. Like, I'll take like little breaks here and there, but year round, those are my kind of things that I really focus on. So hopefully that was helpful. Um, the next thing with health hacks is, we've got about 3 more minutes, so hang with me. Is at I know we always talk about water, and sometimes I'm like, I can't talk about water anymore. But honestly, I have to talk about water for myself, because I think that I drink a lot of water, but then the second I'm traveling or I get busy or something, is I find myself drinking coffee or tea before my water. And then I'm like, did I really drink water throughout the day? And my husband actually called me out on it. He was like, do you really drink that much water? And I had to start monitoring myself. So water is so incredibly important when you're thinking about your energy, your brain, and your immune system. So a dehydrated body, our brain is made up of 80% of water. So when we are dehydrated, we feel foggy, we can feel depressed. Just simply like grabbing your water and drinking a glass of water, if you're feeling in a funk, or you feel like you had a glass of wine the night before, you don't feel your optimal self. I always put this is like my warm lemon water with my grape seed fruit extract. Sometimes I put a little apple cider vinegar in there. But for me, I like to have it in a small glass because it's doable. I wake up in the morning, and me and my sister write really early, and I want to get to my tea ASAP for the caffeine, but I have to tell myself, like, just a tiny glass of water will help me in these three areas. So when you're thinking about sustainable small changes that you can use forever, think about what you're drinking your water in. Sometimes, like, I thought I brought my water jug down that I keep with me all day. If I have a huge water container, I won't drink it because I don't like to like open up the lid and drink. But if I have like a small water container with maybe like a reusable straw, I'm going to be more likely to drink it. So just ask yourself, like, does this feel good, like this size of a water? And if so, just drink 4 or 5, 6 of these throughout the day, and then grab a water container that feels good for you, that you can keep in your car, that you can keep in those spaces that you have a little bit of time to hydrate. So cheers to hydrating. Uh, when you're thinking about like your immune system is flushed through hydration. So you're flushing toxins, you're flushing all kinds of like inflammation and things like that. If you're not well hydrated, that it slows down that process. So hydration is one of the main things, and then just put things in it that you like. So like herbal tea counts, and you can do infused water, you can do chlorophyll water, all kinds of different waters to make it exciting for you. And then, of course, for a health hack is and I don't want to say you have to, but we should exercise every single day. So we really need to make it fun, and we need to make it. And at first, it's not like I was thinking about that the other day. I was doing kids camp for a couple weeks, and then I just coached on Wednesday, and I was dying. Like my arms were shaking and my legs were shaking, and I had only taken like 2 weeks off, but it was really hard for me. And it was such a good reminder that when you start something new, it's not easy. It's really hard, and you have to just push through that hard. But then hopefully, as you know, once you start doing it regularly, you get really addicted to it. So for like a health hack is just fall in love with something and just tell yourself, I get to move because I'm blessed and I'm lucky and I get to move my body. So how are you going to move your body every single day to have this something sustainable? It's not a 6-week boot camp. It's your whole entire life. It's like, what can you do every single day to build muscle and to get yourself it in a state that where your heart rate is high and that there's some type of resistance. So you're building bone density, you're building lean muscle, you're increasing your cardiovascular health, your lungs, your immune system, your heart health. All of that is so incredibly important, but make it easy and something that you can just set on repeat as much as possible. That's what our goal is at Kaya, is to have in-studio classes, but also have live stream classes, also have on-demand classes, so then you can exercise and move wherever you are. Okay, and then last but not least is, it's not, and you have heard this a million times, but it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So when we set goals, which I love setting goals, I don't think there's anything wrong with setting goals, but really thinking about the journey is where you're going to get the most joy. The journey is like a lifelong journey of starting with the end in mind. Like we're making this journey through life to hopefully just be a little more healthy every day, a little happier, a little more connected to the people in our lives, to be able to be in service to other people a little bit more. So when you're thinking about sustainable lifestyle and health changes for a stronger you, it starts with your mindset. So when we're thinking in a negative mindset, like I have to lose weight, like my body is driving me crazy, I'm so heavy, I need to lose weight. So that's a negative mindset. If you can switch your mindset right away into a positive mindset and say, I'm really excited about being strong. Like I really want to see muscles on my body. I really want to feel energetic. So I know I'm going to take my vitamins today. I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to move as much as I possibly can. I'm going to exercise because I want to feel healthy. And that journey of every day just creating a little better habits and getting rid of the things that sneak into our lives, like repetitive negative thoughts. Every day you can be like, my life is so hard, I'm so tired, I didn't get enough sleep, I can't lose weight, like all of these things. Your mind is like, yes ma'am, or yes sir, like you're following the lead of your thoughts. So if you can consciously bring awareness to your thoughts and think about, I'm going to make this journey of my life, because it goes by fast. I'm sitting with my grandma and she's been here for 91 years and she's still like, wow, this life is crazy. Look how fast it went. I'm like, I'm leaving this planet and we're all going to be sitting in that chair, hopefully surrounded by the people that love us, and saying, what was my journey like? And did I enjoy it? Did I make sustainable little lifestyle changes just to create a stronger you? Because when you're strong, you help other people be strong. You're the most important person. You are the most important person in this whole entire world, because when you invest in you, then that energy creates the same type of positive energy to the people that you love, the people that are around you, even the people that you don't think are watching. So, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Again, this was how to make sustainable lifestyle and health changes to a stronger you. So, one is start with the end in mind. So, think big picture, your why, and then small little teeny changes that you can do every day. Think about your health hacks. What are some things that you can do that create little teeny habits? So, a couple of my ideas were vitamins, water, and exercise. Those are the things that are most important to me. And then reminding yourself over and over, yes, I'm going to set goals, but I'm going to have this journey be something that I enjoy, this journey be something that I feel like I'm going to change my negative mindset to my positive mindset, and look for all the rainbows and the bright sun and the gorgeous smiles in this world. Mwah. Love you all. Hopefully, I see you at our live stream workouts. Please come to Kaya Retreat. It's going to be amazing. You can come one day, you can come Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Totally up to you. It's going to be incredible. We have master classes, yoga. I want to show you around South Lake. Let me know because I want to make it happen for you. Okay, I hope to see you soon. Bye, guys. Mwah.